Hello and welcome back to another video. So I'm out early this morning because we have a fair bit of activity going to be going on today now, and I also have the green cert, so I need to get this recorded before I go and do that. And also I need to go and get parts for the tractor, because unfortunately it's still not up and running because we were just waiting for the parts a bit longer, but thankfully I got a call yesterday evening to say that they're in, and so I'm going to go there first thing and pick those up and hand them over, and hopefully my tractor will be given back to me in one piece this evening or tomorrow, which will be great. I think it should be straightforward-ish at this point now that everything is out, so hopefully it'll all be okay. But you will see I'm standing in front of this mound here, and this is what a lot of the work today will be. This mound is from the foundations of my house. I'm built into a hill, so there was a lot of digging out, a lot of groundworks, and this kind of sat here since then. So we're going to finally get it drawn away today, just down to some other ground we have. Where we're bringing it, they started tidying that up yesterday. I was at work, so I didn't get there before they started, so I have a little bit of footage that I will put in. But it's basically a bit of ground that we don't use. It's space for nature, to be honest, and it'll probably stay like that for quite a while unless eventually we need it, but right now we don't need it, so we're happy enough to kind of leave it as it is. So we're going to draw this down. It's going to take them a while, I'm sure, because there's a fair bit of earth there now. It rained last night, which is probably going to make it a little bit messier than it needed to be, but thankfully it's only, there's the mound and there's the roadway that it's going down. So I mean, there is very little distance for them to go through, at least. But we have an old ditch that was dug out years and years ago, but it's really caused a hump in the field now, so they're going to level that out for us as well while they have the digger here. We also have like gaps between each field up here that have just gotten completely overgrown over the years, of course. So they're going to tidy all that out for us as well. I'll have to go up and take out the wires and stuff so they can do that, but I'm sure they'll be busy with this for a few hours, and hopefully I can get that done after the green cert. So they'll do that, and we want that so that if we want to move cattle, but say we're cutting silage in one field and we want to move them, you know, we want to skip a field, we can just shoot them out the gate there and in the gate of the next one into the gap is the plan for that. So yeah, the digger driver is going to be very busy today, but it's going to be great to get this done and another few bits tidied up now before the weather starts to turn. You would think now we only have a few weeks left at this stage. So that'll be today, and then this field, about 3.5 to 4 acres, will get reseeded in the spring. But it'll be great to have all the kind of dirty work done, and they can just get in then with the spray, the plough and all of that. Early spring we're thinking, so we'll get one grazing off it early in the year. Generally we'll bring up the young cattle up here to graze before we spread fertilizer for the silage and slurry for the silage. So this year we will just keep this field out, so they'll graze it and we'll plough it straight away, and then we should have enough grass with all the reseed that's above here to do us for the silage. So that's it. Hopefully there will be a decent transformation today, and I will try my best to record as much as I can while I'm going. So this is the ditch that I'm talking about that was taken out decades ago now at this stage, but the hump in the field just keeps getting worse over time. It's worst on this side, you can see it levels out over there. But, you know, even when they're cutting silage or anything, they have to slow right down for that. And or if we're even in the gate or anything, if you forget to slow down, you go flying off over the other side of it. So it just needs to come out. So they'll do that, and it should level it up nicely. These guys have positioned themselves here now so that they can see all the digger work going on from across the water. They're very good for keeping an eye on things. They're all very quiet here today, as you can see, lying down. Ignore my thistles, but they're all happy out. I'm just going to keep myself busy here now for another hour or so while the guys are finishing off doing what they're doing. You can probably hear the tractors coming and going. But this here is going to be our next job. Well, I won't say next job, but it's going to be a job that we get done this year anyway. Behind here, I'll explain more when it comes to that video, hopefully soon enough. But I want to get rid of this timber. It's probably there a year and a half now, and some people will remember from one video we got a lot of it in and then we ran out of space, and it's stayed there ever since. So I have a little bit of space in here now that I think I'll be able to throw it into. So I'm going to just clear that with the wheelbarrow, and it'll be my exercise done for the day anyway. Now that's that job done, whatever's left there isn't worth bringing in. It's very big and won't fit in anybody's stove anyway, so no point in bringing it in. But another job done, and I am totally maxed out in here as well. The place is full. I had to stack some in other places that I didn't really want to stack them, but I said if I didn't finish it, it'd be here for another year and a half after this, so that clears that space up a bit, and when we're tidying you'll get the rest of that there. Sorry if it's a bit breezy now. It's not windy anywhere but up here. But anyway, we have the hump where the old ditch used to be years ago. That's flattened out now, as you can see there. So there'll be no more speed bump in the middle of the field, which is great. The only issue we do have is it's after bringing up a lot of what we call pencil. It's like a shaly, stony material. You can probably see it there. It's a lot of this kind of stuff. Just, it's stone, but it's not your typical round stone. I assume that's because it was under a ditch. Also, it's like in parts of the fields up here, the pencil is really close to the ground, and any bit of digging digs it up. Now, the plough wouldn't dig it up or anything, but if you're in with a digger, it does. But I'll show you further down, and I'll show you the difference between, well, you maybe won't be able to see the difference on the camera, but we have all this pencil here, but we don't have it on the one below. But what can we do? I'll just have to spend a little more time picking the pencil here. The same thing happened up in the old bog last year when we were doing that, and we did the same thing, took out a hump in the field, and I didn't pick all of it, and the grass just took an awful long time to come through it, and I don't know, did it ever really come great compared to the rest of the field. So I'm just not going to make that mistake this time, and I'll just have to stick at it. I'll wait until it's all ploughed, and then I'll just spend a little more time on this section here. But yeah, it's a good job now, it's nice and flat, so as I said, no more speed bumps in the middle of the field. But I'll show you the place below, and then I'll show you where the earth was brought to. Now I got the mic, so hopefully you can hear me a bit better. So this is the lower section. Now up here is where the mound came out of, and it's great just to be able to see up the field. First time I've been able to see up that field since I moved into the house, so it's great to have it gone. And then down here is where there was just another bit of a hump. I assume there was an old ditch there again years ago that was taken out. With this one now though, no pencil came up, although there's definitely more stones, I would say, down here. So it's probably 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But I'd prefer to be dealing with the stones rather than the pencil-y stuff, because that's just a pain. It's all so small, it just takes ages to pick it. But you can see there, it's quite level. There was a bit of a dip in the middle there where the mound was, and I suppose after taking it out and things, so he brought the digger there as well and just kind of levelled it all off. So hopefully now the plough will do the rest of the work and we'll be looking good. I think we are still, I was going to say we were, but I think we are still kind of debating whether to throw a bit of seed on it just to stop it from going to absolute you know what over the winter. But we are going to do a spring reseed, and we are going to try and get it done, you know, as early as reasonable, and if the weather is on our side, of course. So it is a big area to throw seed on, and then if you take above as well where the old ditch was, that's more. And we're going to spray the whole thing off anyway, once it's grazed. So I don't know if it's a bit of a waste of money, to be honest. And usually now I'd be like, yeah, put the seed on it because I'll want it to look nice. But you're talking a few bags there between here, well, maybe 2 bags between here and above, and you know, they're not cheap, let's just put it that way. So I'm not sure, but then again, I don't want to be looking out onto a load of bloody dock leaves and rubbish as well, which is probably what will come there. But yeah, we kind of haven't decided yet if we're going to seed it or not, but I'm not sure if it's entirely worth it. Like, it'll all be burnt off in the spring anyway, so we will see. We'll see what we'll do. But I'll go down now and just show you the place where the earth was put, and we'll finish up. And now this is where we moved the earth to. So in fairness, he's after making a nice tidy mound there. It's not taking up a whole load of space, but who needs to go to Egypt, huh? It is quite the height, in fairness. It looks grand now, but no doubt bits and pieces won't take long to start growing out of it. But I don't know if you can tell the size of it, but let me go to the base of it. This is me, and that's it up there. So yeah, a lovely neat job done, in fairness, and it's there if we need it. A lot of people are asking, what are we doing with it, because I put it up on my Instagram story when we were doing it, and there is no plan for it. It's just there if we need it. We might use it to plough into here if we ever decide to do it up. it's definitely not on the horizon anytime soon, but it's there if it's ever needed for anything. I don't know. What do you need Earth for? I don't know, but maybe we will. Who knows? But yeah, it's tidied up the place a lot, in fairness, and I'm sorry that I couldn't get more footage of the guys doing the levelling above and even him piling this up, because it would have been maybe nice to see, but I was at work, the usual. But spoiler alert, you are going to see some more digger work very soon, but some entirely different digger work. But yeah, that'll be coming up soon, and hopefully you will enjoy that as well. But I'm going to leave this video here. Nothing overly exciting happening, I suppose, but just nice to get these few jobs done, another few things ticked off the list, places tidied up and all of that. And I suppose it's all in the name of progress, really. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, give me a like. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.